SQL concept is used for basically managing the database. So keep that in our mind. We came up with a tutorial where we are going to talk about how can you install MySQL Workbench in your local system. So in this video, we are going to show what are the steps you have to follow for MySQL. But before start the video, let me introduce that Great Learning has came up with the idea that is Great Learning Academy, where you will get almost 80 plus free courses, and after complete your course, you can claim your certificate as well. And if you want to do these courses in your mobile application, that is also possible using Great Learning app. So let's get started with the video. Now in this part, we are going to show you how can you install MySQL Workbench in your local system. Right? For that, we need to go to our favorite browser. For me, I will go to Google Chrome and I will show you how can you install your MySQL. So yes, we came to this part. Before that, I will show you from the scratch itself. You are going to write download MySQL, right? If you write download MySQL, first time you will get this link. Okay, just go and click over there. Okay, now you will get this download part. Okay, so if you go down, you can see you will get an option called MySQL Community GPL Downloads. Click over here. After that, they will redirect to a page where you can see lots of community downloads are there. So here you will get router, shell, cluster, workbench, connector, right? Python connector, ODBC connector. This is for Java, Python you have over here. Click on MySQL Workbench, right? Now you will get Microsoft Select operating system. So if you have Ubuntu, that is Linux, you can go for using that. If you have Oracle Linux, you can use that, Mac OS source code, and Microsoft Windows. So for my case, it's Microsoft Windows, right? Now you will get few options. You will get an option called go to download page. Other than that, you will get some other options as well, that's known as other downloads. So don't go to this other downloads page because maybe it will be have a MSI installer, zip file you will get. So always go for this go to download page. After you go to click on go to download page, you will get this two option. Okay, again mine one is Microsoft Windows, and you will get Windows X 86 32-bit MSI installer and Windows 86 32-bit MSI installer. So as I have shown you that you get two different option. One is x8632 MSI installer, right? And one is x8632 MSI installer. Both are same, but if you look at the size, right? The size are not same. One is 24.5, one is 427.6, right? So we want this MySQL installer, right? This is the community, right? This is a web community. So I don't want this web community. I want the community one, right? If you go to download over here, yes, you will say there is download, it's not started yet because they are asking for login or sign up. But I said, hey, I don't want to log in or sign up. No thanks, just start my download. You need to click over there. So if you click over there, the download will automatically starts. It's a 428 MB file. It will take few minutes of time and it will install, right? Let it be installed that time. Right, it's just showing 30 to 30 seconds left. 281 MB is already downloaded. Let's see. We are just waiting for this part installer to be downloaded, and then we will do the installation process. Right, it's already installed. It's already downloaded. Let me just do that. Show in folder. Yes, it's already there. If you double click over here, right? So the community, the my installer community will give you a pop-up that preparing to install. Yes, please wait while Windows configures MySQL installer community. So it will take few minutes of time. Yes, it's gonna ask you, do you want to allow this app to make changes in your device? Yes, right. After that, okay. It's showing it's gonna take 11 seconds of time. Again, they're asking, do you want to allow? Yes, right. It's getting installed. Finding all the packages and everything. Okay, if you look at this, can you see? It's showing me welcome back because I have already downloaded this before as well. So next, all these things are already there for my case. For your case, maybe you need to install them. Then again, next. Yes, it's all are there. Now I just need to execute, ready to update for that. Yes, I am executing. Let's see, maybe here it will take few time. This is how this is the process. You need to install MySQL in your local system. Yes, it's gonna take a few minutes. Obviously, it's upgrading for my case. Okay, I think it's gonna take a good amount of time. If I can select on show details, you can see the details that's happening right now. Okay, so let's see. Okay, let's wait for a few more minutes and then come back to again to see this. I know it's gonna take a little bit of more time. There are lots of servers is there, Sail is there, router is there, connector for ODBC, C++, J, .NET, everything is there. I mean, they are actually getting updated for my case. When you are going to install it for the first time, it is going to get installed for the first time, right? So give some more time to it. Now here, as you can see, all the required prerequisite is already completed installation. Then you need to click on next, right? Okay. Right. There you will get this starting the server upgrading and updating the start menu link, right? It's working on that. After it's done, then we need to click on execute. So you can see this is configuration steps for starting the server or upgrading system tables. It's working. So after that, the updating the start menu link will be there. This is also will be done, and then we need to click on execute. And for this, we need to wait few seconds. Let's see how much time it's gonna take. So it's already giving like message that it may take long time as it's upgrading the tables and server. So we need to give some time to be executed this part. Right, you can see this is already done, the updating the start menu and starting the server and updating system tables. Now I need to put on finish. So now we will click on next. From there, can you see this is again you need to execute this too. This is already there. It's gonna check and finish. And here again you need to click on next. And then I am going to click on finish part. As you can see, all the part is done. If you look at it now, you need to click on next. Then you have to see, you can see the port number you have, that is 3306. That's the default port. And the pipe name is MySQL and memory name is also MySQL. Then click on next. Then next. So they are asking me for the current root password because I have installed this previously as well. For you, they will ask you a password, right? So my password was 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, right? Let it get checked. Yes. So now I need to click on next again. And can you see the port is 80. The service name is MySQL 80. Now this is we are using standard system account, not the custom user. Then you have to configure these steps. Let me just execute all of them. So it will not take a long time to get executed. It's gonna updating the file rules, adjusting Windows service, starting the server and updating the start menu link, right? Yes, so they just want to execute that. All are executed. Now just click on finish. Yeah, this is how you need to do all the part, right? The reconfiguration. I mean, for my case, I need to reconfigure because the thing is like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 my password, because I have installed it earlier as well. Now execute for all of them. For all, like if you are doing this for the first time, it will not going to ask you for reconfigure, it will ask for the configuration, right? It's now running the scripts. Let's just wait for a few more seconds. I think it will be done. It will not gonna take a long time. And this is the log file. If you can look at this, the creating sample database schema, data in MySQL server 08.0.21 connecting to port 3306. So now running the scripts. Basically what it will do basically, After you install all the thing, you can directly go to MySQL. You can directly write MySQL Workbench, and then it will directly come. This is the MySQL Workbench you have. After doing all the execution process, lastly you have to give your password that you have given in the installation time. Then you need to check. You can see the status is showing that connection succeeded. So your MySQL server connection is succeeded. Then you have to press next. Then again execute. The last is this configuration steps will be there, and then we will move forward to the installation, the finish process, right? That's all we need to do. We will wait few seconds for that to get these things executed. Now you can see this part is done. Now I need to click on finish, then next, and then finish, right? Yes, can you see that mysql.lsh.exe already came up? So it's actually basically your MySQL cell is ready to work with. And yes, so if you write quit, it will be okay. So basically you can do this part, otherwise you can just, okay, you got this, right? This part is already came in the back, that welcome to MySQL Workbench. And if you click over here, right, so if you click over here, as I already have some files, it's showing over here. But this is how we can install MySQL, and we can start working with MySQL Workbench. It's very easy to install, but it will take some time, and you have to give that time, right? In this video, we have learned about how to install MySQL Workbench to start your own database management system. We hope you liked the video. Please do let us know in the comment section what else you want to learn from us. And before complete the video, let me introduce that Great Learning has come up with the idea that is Great Learning Academy, where you will get almost 80 plus free courses, and after complete your course you can claim your certificate as well. If you want to do these courses in a mobile application, that is also possible using Great Learning app. Thank you so much.